Trick or treat. Trick or treat. Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Where's my candy?
We don't have candy.
What kind of joint is this? I want some booze then. Give me a Bud Light.
Bud Light.
I've been trying to get one of those Alfa Romeo Stelvios with the Ferrari 505 horsepower engine for about a year. Finally got one. I had to borrow it from a Chrysler executive though, so instead of the usual 1 week test drive, I only have it for half a day. Sorry, it's the best I can do. So let's take a look at the styling. Looks better in red, but white's okay. Driving around town, it really doesn't get much attention. Of course, a lot of people don't even know what Alfa Romeo is anyway. For a lot of people, you have to look at the emblem to know what you're driving. Last year, we drove an Alfa Romeo Stelvio with the 4-cylinder turbo engine, racking up a full 850 miles. Here's the video for that, and we'll have a link for that test at the end of this V6 video. Just click and watch. So don't go away. This is what it's all about, a tiny little 2.9 liter twin turbo V6, carrying out 505 horsepower, 443 pounds-feet of torque. Claims 0 to 60 time, 3.6 seconds. Top speed of 176 miles per hour. Fuel economy is rated 17 to 23 miles per gallon for those of you who care. It comes with an all-wheel drive system for positive traction in all conditions. According to the spec sheet, a 12-to-1 steering ratio. I guess that's pretty good. If you look at these awesome brakes, need I say more? I can't lift up the car to show you the drive shaft, but it's made out of carbon fiber. Makes it pretty light and very expensive. In fact, here's your base price, but as usual, a lot of options. I won't list them all, just show you on the sheet. And there's the total tab. What a deal. You do have some odd features here. The starter button is on the steering wheel. Not a bad idea, really. Works pretty good. Here you have A is eco mode, normal driving, dynamic driving, and all-out race driving for maximum horsepower. Just turn the magic button. There is one feature I do not like about this vehicle, and Italian cars in general, that's having the paddle shifters on the steering column, which means they can only be reached when you're driving in a straight line. When you're taking any type of corner, you can't do so. By comparison, when you have the paddle shifters on the steering wheel, as we do on this Lexus RC 350, the pedals are always at your fingertips, always available regardless of the steering wheel position, regardless of the direction the car is going. Full operation. This is why putting them on the steering wheel is a far superior design. And I'll get emails saying, yeah, well, Ferrari puts them on the steering column too. Well, 95% of other manufacturers put them on the steering wheel for a reason. Putting them on the steering column is for looks only. Very inefficient, and making driving in corners impossible in the manual mode. You can also choose gears manually with the shift stick if you push it over to the left in manual mode. But you have to take your hands off the steering wheel to do that, and that's why it's better to have a good set of paddle shifters designed on the steering wheel where they belong. Okay, let's take it out and do some driving. We're going to put this in race mode. I mean, why not, right? Doing so seems to create a louder exhaust noise. Can't complain about that. Although your neighbors might. Lots of go. Good passing power too, I would say. Excellent brakes. One thing I've I've observed when I'm driving this vehicle, other drivers will notice you when you pop up that exhaust to about 200 decibels, but otherwise, no one gives you a look. I guess the styling on this vehicle just isn't that exciting. I don't really think I get attention if I set this vehicle on fire. Just saying. But you can't complain about performance. This thing really moves, handles like a champ. Excellent brakes. You don't want to get out of it once you get in. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to get out of it because the head honcho at Chrysler says he wants the vehicle back so he can go to lunch. Although I suspect they're really going to the topless bar down the street. Either way, I got to give it back. If you watch my videos, you know I usually put at least 500 miles on a vehicle in a week's time, but just can't do that here. I'm going to make some calls, see if I can get this again, and do a second video, and take it out for a week. Until then, here's some other links to cars we've driven, including the Stelvio with the 4-cylinder engine. Just click and watch.